Good morning, all of you. So today I'm going to deal affections of cornea. You all know about cornea and cornea transplant. So first I'm going to do anatomy of cornea. Cornea is composed of 5 layers. Okay. Anterior sixth part of the outer layer of the eyeball and rest is sclera. Okay. The transition area between cornea and sclera is called limbus. Already discussed what is limbus. Cornea is avascular and transparent with diameter of about 15 to 16 mm in dog. Right. So now 5 layers of cornea. So first is anterior epithelium, right? That is outermost layer containing several layer of squamous columnar and polyhedral cells. So anterior epithelium is outermost layer of cornea. Then second layer is anterior limiting membrane, that is also known as Bowman's membrane, and its structure is non-elastic tissue, right? Third layer is stroma, that is constituted 9%, 90% of the cornea and contain connective tissue cells and collagen fibers. So stroma made up of connective tissue cells and collagen fibers. Posterior limiting membrane, that is also known as Descemet's membrane, okay, which is less elastic membrane. Posterior epithelium or endothelium, that is innermost layer and contact with aqueous humors. Okay, it is composed of single layer of mesothelial cells. Posterior limiting membranes and endothelium continue with iris and ciliary body. So these are the 5 layers of cornea. You can see here Descemet's membrane, right? This one is cornea. This one is. Uh, these are the 5 layers of cornea. This one is, you can see, endothelium, corneal stroma, then Descemet's membranes. Okay, here also corneal epithelium. Okay, you can see here this layer is epithelium and this one is Descemet's membrane, that is 90% of the corneal part. You can see here. Okay, that endothelium is here. You can see endothelium, right? So next heading is corneal physiology. Okay, the cornea being avascular, right? So receive its nutrition from superficial marginal plexus, lacrimal secretion, and aqueous humor. So nutrition, source of nutrition of cornea is superficial marginal plexus, lacrimal secretion, and aqueous humor. Under normal circumstances, the cornea is dehydrated, right? When excess fluid enters cornea, it becomes opaque as corneal stroma has marked affinity for water, right? The endothelium and epithelium control the water content of cornea. So, controlling officer of cornea for water content is endothelium and epithelium. Minimal damage of endothelium immediately result in edema of cornea, that is corneal opacity. So cornea consists mainly of proteins with collagen in greater concentration. Okay, these proteins help to prevent the penetration of acid bonds due to precipitation. So there is major role of proteins during acid bonds. Okay, all the layer of cornea are capable of spontaneous regeneration. Okay, there is regeneration of corneal part except Descemet's membrane, right, which depend upon endothelium for regeneration. Okay, the long ciliary sensory nerve supply cornea. So there is affections of cornea. First one is dermoid. What is dermoid? Dermoid is congenital embryological defect characterized by cutaneous growth with hair follicle involving cornea along or with cornea and conjunctiva. So dermoid is congenital defect. It affects cornea as well as conjunctiva also, right? So you can see here photographs of dermoid. You can see extracutaneous layer and this one is hairs. That is dermoid. So how can treat? Superficial keratectomy with complete excision of dermoid is done under general anesthesia, normal at later stage of the life. So first of all, here one keratectomy, right? Keratectomy. So keratectomy is related to cornea and inflammation of cornea is called keratitis, right? So after keratectomy, topical antibiotic ointment for 12 to 15 days or most post-operatively should be given. So there is some congenital artifact. First one is microcorona, rarest congenital condition and is normally associated with microphthalmia. Microcorona means small size of cornea. Megalocornea, abnormally large cornea, result from the development defect of the filtration area of the chamber angles, right? Coloboma, congenital defect in the cornea, mostly seen near the limbus and associated with sclera. Coloboma. Coloboma is also related in notching of cornea. Corneal erosion. Erosion of cornea result from mechanical factor or chemical like saw. Okay. So lesion mostly affect the epithelium of cornea. Protective ophthalmic antibiotic ointment with corticosteroid can be used in case of corneal erosion and that caused by mechanical factors like chemicals. So keratitis, inflammation of cornea, constituting at the highest incidence of corneal disease, right? So most common condition in certain brachiocephalic breed, right? Like Pekingese, Pug, Boston Terrier, because of prominent eyes. Okay, so eyes problem frequently seen in brachiocephalic breed due to prominent eyes, right? Etiological factors are almost same as conjunctivitis, may be associated with certain systemic disease, infectious canine hepatitis, canine distemper. These diseases are also affect the cornea. Then symptom and clinical sign, loss of transparency, okay, partial or complete, and may result from either change in the water content to the cornea, causing edema, or from inflammatory exudates due to leukocytes infiltration. So there is effect transparency of cornea depending upon the severity. Loss of transparency depend upon of severity. So some word is mentioned here related to loss of transparency of cornea. First one is nebula, that is light blurry, means light cloudiness, and second one is macula, more dense, moderate cloudiness, lacuma, very dense, that is well marked opacity or cloudiness of cornea. So these are the point related to loss of transparency, nebula, macula, and leucoma. So what is ciliary injection? This is very important thing because cornea is avascular, right? So what is ciliary injection? So ciliary injection means the circum circumcorneal vessels which are derived from anterior ciliary vessels become engorged. Okay. Conjunctiva vessels is also engorged. If conjunctiva vessels is engorged, there is color of cornea vessels or ciliary injections. Colors is pinkish color, right? So these are the corneal opacity, nebula, macula, right? This one is macula and this one is leucoma. Vascularization. Although avascular, but increase vascularization in cornea due to defense to the irritant and pathological condition, right? During pathological condition, defense mechanism of cornea you can see, and that vessels come from conjunctiva. There is augmentation of normal circulation, that is ciliary injection, and thereafter actual invasion of cornea itself with newer vessels occur. So this process is also called pannus, right? So pannus is vascularization of cornea. The vessels invading the cornea may originate either from the superficial vessels of the conjunctiva. So vessels originate from superficial vessels of conjunctiva or from the deeper ciliary vessels, right? Situated at limbus, right? In vessels originate from the conjunctiva are bright red. Okay, and way and superficial where the ciliary vessels appear pale or bluish gray color. So you can diagnose or vessels on cornea derived from conjunctiva or ciliary vessels by color of vascularization. If there is bright red, originate from the conjunctiva. If there is bluish gray, originate from the ciliary vessels, right? So vascularization is seen in most of the corneal disease. The vascularization can be superficial vascularization or deep vascularization, right? The superficial vessels run directly under the epithelium and are in continuous with bulbar conjunctiva vessels. So you can see here ghost vessels. Yes, pannus or corneal vascularization is ghost because that vessels not related to cornea, that is related to conjunctiva or ciliary vessels. That's why term is ghost vessels. So classification of keratitis, right? Superficial punctulate keratitis may be unilateral but often bilateral, confines to anterior epithelium and subepithelium layer of cornea. There is coarse or faint corneal opacity occurs in superficial punctate keratitis. Corneal vascularization in long-standing cases only, mostly seen in dachshund and poodles. So, dachshunds and poodles affected from superficial punctate keratitis. That is not a common disease. How can treat? According to situation, if there is need to corticosteroid with antibiotic, then you should prescribe. Corneal erosion syndrome. Erosion of cornea occurs following trauma. Mostly occurs due to separation of basement membranes. So corneal erosions means separation of basement membranes. How can treat? Careful stripping of the overhanging epithelial edge after staining with fluorescent dye. Topical antibiotic ointment with corticosteroid. So superficial with vascularization, vascular keratitis, that is also called pannus, characterized by formation of capillary between the epithelium and anterior limiting membrane, right? Most commonly seen in German Shepherd. You can see here vascularization, right? This one is vascularization from conjunctiva and this part is limbus. You can see here vascularization of cornea, that is venous. How can treat topical corticosteroid therapy? 4 to 5 days or 7 days according to situation. Thereafter 3 times per day for 2 weeks and then once a day for 1 month. First 4 to 5 days for 7 days, then 3 times, then up 2 weeks once. Okay. Subconjunctival injection of antibiotic with corticosteroids is quite helpful, right? Complication: since prolonged antibiotic steroid therapy is required, the most common complications seen in keratoconjunctivitis and corneal ulcer. So there is many side effect of prolonged corticosteroid in many cases and many disease and on many organs. So side effect is corneal ulceration and caseous. Sorry, keratoconjunctivitis. Caseous is keratoconjunctivitis sisca. Superficial or diffuse keratitis, commonly seen as sequelae to caseous. Okay, may be associated with exophthalmia, untreated focal infection of cornea, mostly result from bacterial or fungal infection. Okay, that cause caseous. Treatment as per cause topical antibiotic and fungal antibiotic. Another is interstitial or deep keratitis. Inflammation of stroma, Descemet's membrane, as well as endothelium. All inner parts is affected during interstitial and deep keratitis. Etiology: bacterial, viral, some disease, scleral inflammation, trauma, ulcerative keratitis, post-vaccine antigen antibody reactions. This is very important. Okay, hepatitis vaccine is also cause deep keratitis. Rarely fungus, that is caused by blastomycosis. Symptoms: that is corneal opacity due to edema or cellular infiltration. Venous, okay, and hypopyon may be seen. Pain, photophobia, blepharospasm, epiphora may be seen. How can treat? If your diagnosis is proper, then you should go according to treatment. That is topical corticosteroid or antibiotic, subconjunctival steroid injection, okay, systemic antibiotic as per the cause, okay. Then another is ulcerative keratitis, the most common corneal disease condition of dog where there is loss of corneal substances with or without corneal inflammation, right? So in case of ulcerative keratitis, there is loss of corneal substances with or without corneal inflammation. This is, which is atonic or inflammatory. Atonic due to nutritional deficiency in old dog. Inflammatory due to inflammation of cornea. Etiology, that is mechanical, infectious, infection by bacterial, viral and mycotic, exposure, exophthalmia, secondary to caseous, degenerative, chronic irritation, and another is corneal ulcer, right? So there is simple ulcer, deep ulcer, and serpent or dendritic ulcer and nutritional ulcer. In case of simple ulcer, superficial ulcer involving only epithelium means superficial layer, right? Deep ulcer means that affect the inner layer of cornea, that is Descemet's membranes, okay? And serpent and dendritic ulcer usually associated with some of systemic viral infection and such as ulcer like branch or tree, okay? That's why name is dendritic ulcer. Nutritional ulcers due to avitaminosis. You can see here in case of this one is corneal ulcer. You can see here corneal ulcer. You can say normal, then here you can say superficial corneal ulcer, and this one is deep ulcers, means deeper layer of cornea is affected. Neuroparalytic ulcers, this type of ulcerative keratitis develop due to trigeminal nerve. Okay, in this case, trigeminal nerve is involved. The cornea usually looks dull, lusterless, and insensitive, and condition may be confused with cases. Okay, so in case of neuroleptic ulcers, there is involvement of trigeminal nerve. Okay, diagnosis of ulcers: apply fluorescent dye, gives green color to the ulcer. If you're going to diagnose corneal ulcer, then uh, you can install 1 drop of fluorescent dye, then flush with a normal slime. After that, color will be vivid green of affected part of corneal ulcers. Clinical sign: pain, photophobia, blepharospasm, rubbing of affected eye. Pain is more in superficial ulcers. Okay, serous to mucopurulent discharge and pannus formation. How can treat in this case? If there is bacterial, viral, and mycotic, then go for according to positive agent, and also cauterize with 0.5 to 1% silver nitrate, 7% of tincture of iodine with help of toothpick after applying a cotton plug. May be done by touching the ulcerative area with hot needle. However, may lead to perforation. Always perform through flushing with normal slime. Superficial keratectomy is very helpful done under topical anesthesia. Used to topical antibiotic solution. And provide dark environment, bandage or bandaging or by third eyelid conjunctival flaps. Use systemic vitamins A. 1% topical atropine is indicated if there is involvement of iris to prevent anterior synechia. Okay, so 1% topical atropine used for prevention of anterior synechia. Parasynthesis of anterior chamber is done when hypobion done under suitable anesthesia using number 11 BP. That all are microsurgery. So complication of corneal ulcer is descemetosins. Okay, protrusion of descent membrane, through ruptured cornea. Corneal fistulation, there is complete rupture of the cornea and the opening enters the anterior chambers. Anterior synechia, there is formation of adhesion between the cornea and the iris. Posterior synechia, there is formation of adhesion between the lens and iris. Keratocele or desmetocele is form of descent membrane through overlaying corneal epithelium and supporting stroma. So there is perforation of Descemet's membrane through corneal epithelium, that is desmetocele. You can see here superficial cornea, small desmetocele and large desmetocele. Here clear cut picture. Okay. Corneal lesion. Here you can see corneal lesion. Desmetocele, iris, adhere with cornea, that is anterior synechia, that is iris attached with lens, and posterior synechia, you can see here posterior synechia. This one is anterior synechia, adhesion of iris with cornea, and posterior adhesion of iris with lens and lens prolapse. Iris prolapse. You can see here iris prolapse. So you always remember in your mind, that is picture of iris. If iris attached with cornea, that is anterior synechia. If there with lens, that is posterior synechia. And protrusion, yeah, you can see here iris prolapse, and this one is corneal lesion. So these are about affections of cornea.